Hey, it's Tim with Red Wing RC. We've got a new servo that we wanted to show off to you. It's the Power HD DS-8309. It's a very high quality servo. It's a digital coreless servo. It's got all metal gears, dual ball bearings, and we've been using it in some of our 30cc planes, and it's been doing outstanding. We're suspecting that it's going to be able to perform well in a 50cc size plane. This servo is about $45, so we're going to be comparing it to the HiTec 7985, which goes for about $80–85. So the Power HD is about half the cost, but we are thinking that it might be in the ballpark of the same performance. So we're going to do a few tests. The ratings on the Power HD are 155 ounces of torque at 6 volts. And the speed is rated at 0.11 at 6 volts. Now, the HiTec 7985 is rated at 172 ounces and 0.13 seconds. So it's supposed to be supposed to have more torque. And these HiTechs generally are bought for 50cc size planes. So and have been used in 50cc size planes. So if the HD is comparable with the HiTec, then it would be safe to use this in a 50cc plane. So the tests we're going to do are, we're going to do 4 tests: a speed, a torque, which is one of the big tests, resolution, and a centering test. So let's go ahead and do a few of these tests, and then afterwards we'll take a look at the results. For the centering test, what we're going to do is move the sticks down and up and let go each time, and make sure that each servo is centering close to its original point of origin. And you can see when I let go of the stick, you can hear the stick bouncing, and both servos show some amount of that. It just means that they have high resolution and they're showing the bouncing of the stick. So if you see that, it's not the servo itself, it's actually that it's responding to the signal. So if I let go very smoothly, but I really want to kind of let go and let it snap down to find out where the servos are centering. So as you can see right now, both servos are lined up pretty spot on the line, and they both seem to be doing a really good job of centering right back up on that line. So I'm just looking at this on screen live, and I'll see into the computer, but it looks like both of them are pretty close. There might be some amount of slop on the HiTec where it centers a little bit off, depending on if it was up or down, but they're both pretty darn close. The next test that we're going to do is the speed test, which all we're going to do for this is sweep the servo up to one direction and quickly sweep it all the way the opposite, so that you can see which one performs more quickly. And you can see the Power HD 8309 has a huge jump on the HiTec 7985, which is to be expected. The 7985 gives a rated speed of about 0.14 seconds, and the 8309 has about 0.11 second rating. Okay, now a quick test of resolution, just simply to see how smoothly these servos travel as you give it a slow, even input. They both seem to be responding very good on this test as well. The HiTec's a little quieter. The HD makes a little bit more noise through the travel, but seems to be very smooth. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do a torque test to see which servo is able to lift more. We've got a couple trays set up. on these servo arms. They're both set at the exact same distance away from the center of the servo, so that they are both using the same amount of leverage. And we're going to start by loading the tubs with a certain amount of these bolts. Both servos are being fed by a LiPo, 2-cell LiPo on a 5-volt regulator. So the voltage will remain consistent throughout the test. And then we'll basically put weight in and try and move the servo to the upward position until it fails. And we'll stop at that point and then try the other servo. So we're going to start with the Power HD, the 8309. Let me go ahead and load it up to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm fairly certain, based on other tests, that it should be able to start by lifting this. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here and take some of the weight off of this as I do that. Alright. Okay, so here we go. Oops, wrong way. 1. Okay, go ahead and add another. It's 11. 12. It's pretty difficult at 12. It's not quite lifting all the way. And 13 is a total stall out. We'll go ahead and switch the bucket to the HiTec and go ahead and give that one a try. Alright guys, so we've got the bucket attached. And we'll go ahead and begin by putting 10 of these bolts in. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lifted it, kind of tough. 11. Sorry, that's 11. Kind of stalled out, but then went. Ooh, not quite doing the 12 there. Let's give it another try here. No, it's not going even halfway. And then 13. Stalled. Alright, so they are about equal on torque as well. Wow, well, after seeing the test results, outstanding is all I can say. This Power HD servo just seems to be a great performer. Both these servos, as mentioned before, are coreless digital servos. The HiTec is about twice as much. So for a servo that costs half as much, has equal torque, faster speed, the centering is equal, and the resolution is similar, I think you've got a real winner in this servo. The Power HD made a little extra noise, but I don't really see that as a huge deal personally. And again, you've got the added benefit of the heat sink and just really quality parts in both of these servos. But for the price difference, I think that the DS-8309 is definitely safe to use in a 50cc airplane based on these results, and the fact that I've used these HiTec 7985s and 50cc planes for a long time. So if you're looking for a cost-effective servo that's going to be more than adequate in a 30cc size plane, great servo, high quality, be great for a 30cc, and definitely be adequate for a 50cc size plane as well.